Welcome to Subverse, the multiversal Reddit parody channel. All rights to any characters or universes belong to their rightful overlords. Please support the official versions. They've earned it.
Am I the asshole for demanding a trial by combat after being kidnapped by a woman who blames me for things my family did, and somehow surviving the entire mess? Right. So this might sound absurd, but that's sort of my brand. My life's a collection of expensive misunderstandings, all soaked in wine and regret. I never thought I'd be ranting to strangers on the internet, but I'm currently trapped between too sober to sleep and too drunk to make sense. So here we are. Judge away. I'm Tyrion Lannister, youngest son of Lord Tywin, brother to the Queen. Family embarrassment. The world likes to remind me that I'm half a man, but twice as clever, which is apparently only useful when people aren't trying to kill you. Anyway, I was heading north to the Wall, purely for the scenery and the novelty of not being near my family. The Night's Watch seemed the perfect place to feel superior. Nothing humbles you like watching other men freeze for vows they barely understand. I met a lad there, Jon Snow. Brooding, honest, too noble for his own good. I liked him. Gave him some advice about bastards, expectations, and how not to die miserable. Then I turned south again, dreaming of soft beds and strong wine. Enter Lady Catelyn Stark. Picture this. I'm in a tavern, minding my own business. Well, mostly. Perhaps bragging a little. It happens. When this northern lady stands up, points at me, and announces I tried to murder her child. Which, for the record, I did not. Before I could even swallow my ale, every sellsword in the room decided they were a Stark loyalist. So there I was, arrested in public for a crime I didn't commit, by a woman I'd barely spoken to. Now I understand grief. But kidnapping a Lannister in front of witnesses, that's not bravery, that's suicide with extra paperwork. She dragged me through the mountains toward the Vale. The roads were full of bandits, the air full of judgment, and the lady herself full of righteous fury. I admit I didn't help. I made jokes, teased her, compared her husband's honor to his intelligence. It's a terrible habit. I mock people when I'm scared, which, to be fair, is often. We finally reached the Eyrie, a castle so high it makes sanity optional. Her sister, Lady Lysa, greeted me like I'd tracked mud across her carpets, threw me into a sky cell, a prison with one wall missing. Excellent for stargazing, less so for sleeping. I spent nights wondering whether I'd freeze first or simply roll out and fly. Then came the trial. Lysa accused me again. Her son chanted, "Make the bad man fly." And I decided I'd had enough of everyone's madness. So I demanded a trial by combat. Everyone gasped. Someone probably fainted. But honestly, what choice did I have? You try being falsely accused and see how quickly you start betting your life on someone else's sword. I wasn't about to swing it myself, obviously. I'm short, not stupid. A mercenary named Bronn volunteered, mostly because I'd bought him drinks earlier. He fought. He won. Someone else died horribly. And I walked free, to Lysa's utter horror. So am I the asshole for demanding a duel to save my own neck? Because here's the thing. Freedom's a lovely idea until you realize everyone still wants you dead. The Vale hated me. Lady Stark hated me. My father was already sharpening his ambitions. So I did what any clever fool does. I went back to the people least likely to stab me that week. My family. Father put me in charge of a band of mountain tribes. Command them, he said. Which apparently meant stand near them and hope they don't eat you. I promised them gold, weapons, revenge. They promised not to gut me immediately. It was an understanding. Then came the Battle of the Green Fork. I was technically commanding the left flank. In practice, I was trampled by my own men before the fighting even started. Woke up after it was over, covered in blood that wasn't mine, surrounded by corpses that also weren't mine. They said we won. I suppose that's what victory looks like. After that, Father sent me to King's Landing to keep the boy in line. Meaning Joffrey, my nephew. The new king. Imagine giving a crown to a sadistic child and then acting surprised when everything burns. Cersei, my loving sister, was thrilled to see me. Her expression said, "You? Here? Alive?" Always heartwarming. So now I'm Hand of the King. Which sounds impressive until you realize it means cleaning up everyone else's disasters and being blamed when you can't. I tried to bring some order to the city. Less public torture, more governance. You'd think that'd earn gratitude. Instead, I became the most hated man in the capital. It's an odd feeling, being both necessary and despised. But that's the family motto in action. Then there's Shay, the woman I met during the campaign. Smart. Funny. Far too good for me. I told myself she was just another distraction. Then I started caring. That's when I knew I was doomed. Caring makes everything dangerous, especially in my family. So, let's review, shall we? In 1 year, I was accused of murder, kidnapped, nearly thrown off a mountain, fought a war with lunatics, and got promoted to a position where failure means execution. My father ignores me unless he's disappointed. My sister hates me on principle. And my nephew, well, to be blunt, he's a tyrant in training. And through it all, I keep drinking and joking, because it's the only thing that keeps me from screaming. I know what Reddit loves, a villain with self-awareness. So yes, I'm rich, privileged, and manipulative when I have to be. But here's the truth. Most days, I'm just trying to stay alive in a world that already decided I shouldn't be. I talk too much, I drink too much, and I care far more than I should. Sometimes I wonder if I should have just let them push me through that moon door. It would have been cleaner. But then I remember the look on their faces when Bronn won. And gods, that was satisfying. So yes, I demanded a trial by combat. A man died for me to live. And I'd do it again. Every time. Not because I'm noble. Not because I'm brave. But because I'm still here. And in this family, that's rebellion enough. So tell me, Reddit. Am I the asshole for saving my own skin the only way I knew how? Maybe that's enough for now.
Thank you for visiting the Subverse. If you liked this video, give it a like, subscribe and share it with your nearest universe. For multiple uploads every week, and to make sure you don't miss the next transmission, hit the bell before reality resets. That's enough for now.